Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Donnington. I'm Bruce McLeod, and alongside me is Mr. Edward Cullen. How are you, Ed?
Evening all. Welcome, race flags.
Race.
Forward to this, fans.
I was going to say race fans or race flags?
Flags and fans.
I'm just wondering, can we get a thumbs up in chat if you can hear us okay, as well as the sound of the V8s going and everything's working? Or thumbs down in chat because there's no one there. Alright. I'm going to assume that we're all okay. So here we are at Donnington. Now, Donnington is famous for two things, Ed.
Oh, do tell.
Well, the first one is obviously it's a racetrack. And the second one, Ed's a little low, so I'll just turn you up a bit, Ed. That's fine. And I've got my old ex-commentator in chat. Mr. Jackknife, good to see you. So it's two things. One, and this is a thing that Jackknife goes to, is racing. The second one is going, and I'm just going to try and find the part of the circuit right there on the right here, See those people? That is where Donnington hosts the famous Download Rock Festival, which is where, hence in the thumbnail. So we've got a minute left in the practice session. So remember, tonight is the V8 Veterans over 50s. So this is drivers that are from 50 to 59.999 years of age, so to speak, Ed. And we're up to round 3. Now, I didn't have a chance to get the actual data together. But what I can tell you is currently leading the championship on 350 points is Mr. Matty Vanderkreen. He's currently in P2 in the session. Craig Healy is currently in P2 with 346 points, followed very closely by Adrian Zeal, Roy Clark, Wayne Reynolds, Andrew Hoffman, Christopher Blanchard, Steve Kennedy, Dean Flavelle, and Lorne McKee rounding out the top 10. So tonight we're in for 50 laps, Ed?
44, my friend.
44 laps. 44 laps around the lovely Donnington Park. And tonight we have one compulsory pit stop as we just watch Mr. Christopher Blanchard in his WKMP livery car coming to the end of practice. So at the conclusion of practice, Ray Smith is on fastest from Mr. Matty Vanderkreen, followed by Michael Stewart. So as we jump into qualifying, let's watch Mr. Ray Smith and see how he goes about doing his first lap.
And may I say, Ray has been on fire in Split 3 this season. Pretty sure he's won 3 of the opening rounds.
So I think what's interesting here, Ed, is once again we have what am I thinking? We have the split 3 drivers catching up with the split 1 as Ray jumps back to the pits. And I don't know what is going on here. We'll turn that off, and with 9 minutes left to run. So with Ray Smith not coming out into track, where is everybody? Why is there no one here? What is going on? I cannot see anyone on track.
No. I can assure you they are on track.
It's a bit weird. Why are they not on
my
track?
in-game feed, Bruce.
Weird. Why can I not see them? I'm live. I'm in the session. What is going on? Oh, there they are. I can see a car. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to select a half-decent camera pack. And then we're going to go to pick up a car. It's weird. Once again, Simon's delivery is not loading. So I'm just going to jump over here and I will refresh that while it happens. And who did we say? We said we wanted to watch Mr. Ray Smith.
A man on fire. He set the quickest practice time, so let's see if he can follow it up in qualifying. So, funny you mentioned the mix of the splits in the championships, Bruce. Yeah, it's been a real eye-opener. But once the boys were blindsided at Mid-Ohio last week, having a wet race, that really threw it wide open.
Yeah, so that was fun last week, throwing the wet race at the drivers without them realising it was going to be wet. We thought we'd mix it up again this week by giving them the dry track, whilst the main game has the wet track going on board. So this is Ray Smith coming around to complete his first lap. If you want to have a look at the live timing, it's available.
Right up the top of the chat
Yep.
at the moment.
I'll just...
So, Bruce, just on the dry track versus we've got a wet track on Thursday, majority of these boys would have been practicing, well, all of them would have been practicing on a wet track up to this today.
Yep. This is correct.
This is, even it looks like they're quite comfortable driving around here, but it's certainly different to what they've been practicing doing.
Yeah, no, there's no question about that. So with the vets practice sessions, they're slightly different. They go from a wet to a dry, then dry to a wet. as Ray comes across to complete his first lap. And there we go. So Ray's done a lap, and now there's 3 qualifying laps. So Ray's done one, and then he's stopping. So with that, let's go down, which is not going to be good for television. So let's go and have a look.
Just quietly.
Yes.
Matt van der Kram. I think we got 5
Where is he?
thousandths of a difference in the lap times.
So
have a look at that.
So is Matty going around? This is Matty van der Kram, currently P2. So Matt doing his laps back to back. So the V8 has a bit of a anomaly when it comes to tyre model, in that it does have a lot of grip straight out of the box. Definitely a lot less with Gen 3 than Gen 2. So some of the drivers are electing to do 1 out lap, a flying lap, back to the pits, another out lap, another flying lap with the three laps available. Such a great looking livery, the Angry Birds racing livery, as we watch Matty come around. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on this next lap, and we are going to watch it from inside the car. Not with that camera, we're not.
The latest standings.
We'll go to this one.
We've got Stu Hall in 3rd spot, Christian Smart in 4th, Dean Gravel in 5th, Chris Brampage in 6th, Michael Stewart in 7th, Sean Vandermeer in 8th, and Reg 9th. Ooh, go Reg. And 10th is Derek Lovegrove, just at this stage of qualifying, with nearly 5 minutes left.
Bear with you for us one moment while I just do this as we go on board for this flying lap with Matt van der Kram. And that was a flying lap with Matt van der Kram. As we go on board, we see Ray has just come down. So currently, we still have, look at the timing, as Ray moves into his practice starts. Matty went fastest with that one.
Yeah,
131.5.
I don't think Ray completed the lap, though. He hasn't improved on his previous one. There, Bruce.
Cool. So still going out on track. Who do we have? Not that many. They're making a liar of me. So I'm just trying to see who's still moving around the track. John Van Ree, I think, is coming around. No, he's not.
So the top 10's under a second apart, so that's ridiculously close. How is our friend John going? A respectable 34.77.
So with qualifying winding down, it's interesting. Another WKMP livery. This time red. I like that. Actually looks quite nice. That red. I like it. Also like the orange. I want to jump to the grid, but there's still some drivers rolling around. So I think we're close to knowing what it is, but I don't want to jump the gun too much. So we've still got a few out on track. We've still got
Nothing unordinary there except a shout out to Reg James. I think he's and Wade Reynolds, a couple of split three drivers sitting just outside the top 10 there. So
Yep, Reg still rolling around.
yeah, so fantastic effort by Reg.
In the green, WKMP Live. As he brings into pit lane with a minute left to go.
He's a blind down. So awesome effort there by Reg.
Peter Kelleher coming around in the Synergy Sim Racing. Pink.
And who we could never miss Pete.
Always know where Pete is on track.
Yeah. I did prefer his Ryobi green one, but
Why is that, Ed?
everyone called him a tennis ball.
So, Ed, how are you finding Donnington in your practice for this week's main game?
Look, over the many years I've sim raced, very familiar with the track. Always love racing Donnington. There's a good combination of you can stretch your legs, you know, get a breather. A bit like Bathurst, got a couple of long straights, and then you got all the technical twisty stuff, you know.
Yep.
It's certainly a handful in the wet. Let's say that. But
All right.
It's going to make for very interesting.
So with 15 seconds left to go, we will almost be able to go to our grid.
Can you see anything unusual in that list there?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just have a quick look as we run through the grid, Ed. All right. So on pole position, as we saw go around with that awesome lap, we have Matt Vanderkran from Angry Birds Racing, as my software tells me to check my car setup. We've got Ray Smith from Infinity Motorsport sitting alongside him in row 2. That's an awesome lap from Ray. Moving down to row 2, we've got Stewie Hall sitting alongside Stephen Kennedy from M1 Racing. On row 3, we have Christian Smart sitting alongside Dean Flavelle from WK&P SimSports. Sitting behind him, we have Christopher Blanchard and Scott McKenzie. On row 5, we have Michael Stewart sitting alongside Sean Van Millen from 959 SimSports, back from the caravan trip round with Coos and our race under control tonight. Mr. Oh, I should know his name, I've just forgotten it. Who's the guy that's won everything the last few seasons, Ed?
What in for us?
In Split 1.
Scott.
Scott.
Is it Scott?
No, come on. Yeah, Scotty Gamble. That's something else. Right.
Yeah, there, that's right. Yeah, I got Scott bit right.
Scotty Gamble, yeah. Well, so, sitting on row 6, we have Wade Reynolds alongside Reg James. And why did I hit hide? I have no idea. Let me just quickly run through to get where I got up to. It's complete amateur hour here in the commentary booth.
Well, we are amateurs.
So I go for looking back. All right. On row 7, we've got Andrew Hoffman sitting alongside Derek Lovegrove from Misfits Racing. On row 8, we've got Andrew Listener on Roy Clark. Behind them, we have Rick Vigar and Brenton O'Brien from Evolution Racing. Shadow Racing's Mark Dial sitting next to Andrew Johnson Racing's Adrian Zeal. Next to them, we have Jeff. Yep, next we have Jeff Sanford sitting alongside Scotty Weston. Rob Baxter stepping out of race control into a race suit tonight alongside Richard Barella. Joseph Granshaw alongside Mr. Jason Dunn. Peter Kelleher sitting alongside Craig Healy, who was our winner last week from memory. Peter Morris and Simon Farrington, whose livery refuses to load, but at least his livery matches his helmet. Darren Freer from AJR sitting alongside Bruce Galloway. Andrew Johnston, the team boss, sitting alongside Will Munro.
Go AJ.
Darryl Callahan sitting alongside John Van Ree.
Go Johnny.
Scotty Gamble sitting in race control. Matty Parker not setting a time. Laurie sitting in race control. Mark Houghton also not setting a time. And our safety car tonight is driven by one of the Logsgrove brothers.
Like a Hot Wheels car, mate.
Yeah, whose name starts with D. It's either David or Dean. I don't know which one. Well, there you go. So that is our grid as we continue in our warm-up. And for some reason, the 1993 F1 wants to keep doing these aerial shots as we're watching everyone doing their starts. Who's your money on tonight, Mr. Cullen?
Mate, I'm going to go out the stint here and say Ray Smith. I mean, he's split 3 driver amongst all those split 1 drivers, but Ray showed some.
So you see Michael Stewart doing a practice start right under the camera.
So yeah, my money's on Ray. Jeez, so many good drivers in this one. It's a faster track too, so
yeah, definitely lots of high-speed flying sections. Definitely lots of corners that you can cut. I've done a few practice starts in the wet against AI here, Ed, and I must admit for Thursday it's going to be very interesting, to say the least.
Might be comical.
Comical?
Yeah, I think I might be having sore ribs just getting myself off the line, let alone watching everyone else too.
All right, so we're about to go to our... I was going to say go green, but no, we're about to go to our 3-minute grid. So Dean Logsdale, who's in chat, is saying, lol, it's David, and he's Dean's father. So, is there... I get a feeling that in the Logsdale family, it's just like the Kardashians, where everyone has a name that starts with D, as opposed to K.
Yeah, well, Peyton John Latham, that was always thought to be brothers there for a while.
Yeah. I don't think so. As we jump to the start of the session, and we'll hit our 3-minute grid.
The boys will have a little driver's brief.
They will. And I'll just change a button here.
Hello and welcome to round 3. Good to be back in the booth to watch you guys here at the V8 Veterans Over 50 Championship. Tonight we have 44 laps of Donnington Park to qualify. For 75% race distance, you will need to complete 33 laps. The manual safety car will be in effect and you may not tow without permission. A reminder that pit entry is open during the entire race. However, the pit exit will be closed when the safety car crosses the start-finish line, and then it reopens when the last car following the safety car passes the pit exit line. Cars that are 1 lap or more down will have the opportunity for a wave around. And remember, if you want to report an incident, call out for race control and your car number. We will then acknowledge you and ask for the details of the incident. Please keep race comms to a minimum and only use for contact with race control when possible. If you receive a penalty during a race, race control will be available after the race for a chat. Respect your blue flag, exercise caution, especially on lap 1, turn 1, and there's a couple other corners here on the first lap you will need to be aware of. Good luck, have a great race, and look forward to watching you guys tonight get around Donnington Park.
I've got a mute button here somewhere. I think that might be muted. Who knows? Anyway, so Edward, here we go, ready for the grid. I don't know why no one's jumped out yet. They normally jump out a bit more than this.
We got 1 minute remaining, so there's a couple of drivers still to pit. They're fairly tightly bunched on the start straight there too, by the looks.
Why do I... Why do I can't see anyone on the grid? That's weird.
Are they gridded somewhere else on the track, Bruce, or is it?
I don't know what's going on.
They're not.
They're not actually at the grid. Oh, you know, I think this is. If I had to guess, I would say we're having a rolling start. That's what's going on.
What's this scripted?
Oh, no, it's scriptive. It's going to make it interesting.
What the?
Yep. What there is correct.
Looking at the screen here going,
Yeah, I was trying to work out why is the grid empty. Well, we know why the grid's empty. We're having a rolling start.
let's go racing. Boogity boogity NASCAR style.
Yep. So
This is what we need on Thursday night, not tonight. Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Please don't tell me that was in the sub, Brent. Please.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, good. Well, everyone's...
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a pit lane camera, and we can watch them come around.
Oh, they're going through the S's. At the back, straight there.
Yep, they're going right around the back.
Yeah. When will the safety... I suppose the safety of cars...
So what you'll do is you'll see the safety car pull in like an absolute demon into pit lane. They always do. They'll do a massive thing as we watch them come around. Here he goes.
Green flag.
Oh,
Here we go.
I'm assuming you can't overtake until you at the start of the line. Okay.
Down into turn one. Matty Vanderkrant. Looks like he's...
Okay, I'm watching the tail enders here.
Matty Vanderkrant's out front leading. So come down.
Looks like everyone went to the start.
Here we go. So... Matty Vanderkrant out to a 2/10 lead, so nothing over Ray Smith. Stewie Hall right up behind him. Steve Kennedy, then Christian Smart, Dean Flavell as we come around the back of the hairpin for the first time, coming around to complete the first lap. So no major incidents to speak of, so a very clean lap one, which I think is going to be a very different story to what we're expecting to see.
I'm watching the tail end boys here, and we're a little bit of argy-bargy on the two hairpins. No one off too bad, but definitely three abreast on two occasions.
Let's jump on board with Andrew Hoffman.
So there we go. We've gone one full lap with no one. There's a couple of bruises out there, but no major accidents.
Sean Vellamoon up the inside. Ooh, thought second better of it. Backed off. Ed, your mic needs to go up. I can do that. Just give me one moment. And I will crank you up. There you go, Ed. You are now death loud.
All right, thank you.
Actually, way too loud. Now I think about it.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Some big movers on lap one. Michael Stewart up 4 spots.
Sorry. Just having an incident there. I think that was Christian Smart. Let's go back and have a look at what happened here.
Oh, I've got someone else just into the fence here, mid-pack.
So it's all going off. So coming down to the corner.
Yeah, these hairpins are causing the back enders a bit of turmoil. Oh, geez, 3 abreast again.
There we go. So Chris Blanchard and Christian Smart come together. Christian Smart getting airborne as Matty Vanderkrant goes fastest out front. So that starts to kick it all off. Just behind that, this is looking at Andrew Hoffman.
I've got 1, 2, 3 in the pits, Bruce.
Hoffy comes through and runs into him, unfortunately. There's more. So this is Reg on board with Reg. His view.
Oh no, Reg. Oh, he's qualified. Ah.
So he got clipped as well. And Peter Kelleher also got caught up in this. So this is what happened to Peter.
Oh no, who was that to come back on like that?
Right, so we'll just go back live out the front for a moment before I come back and look at more. So why is it's Kristen Smart back out front? You got Matty Van der Krant still ahead, holding off Ray Smith.
Yeah, just 0.28, so keeping him honest.
All right, there's still more to unpack as we look at that. So this is a bit further on. John Van Ree getting into some trouble.
Oh, got just pushed right under brakes.
Yep, John having a bit of a moment.
A little clip just to spin him around nicely.
Yep, so John getting back on. A bit later on. This is the later in that lap, Reg James and Jason Dunn coming together, both going around.
He qualified so well.
Yeah, and to finish off the to-do list, this is Mark Dial. He's not had the run of luck, losing the rear end.
Oh, Robert Mark.
At least not getting hit by anyone else.
Right.
And able to continue. And with that, we are all caught up. And this is Reg just taking that pit stop. Alright, so back out front.
I got Matty Parker up 18 spots, up to 20. Mark Horton, who started in pit lane, he's already up 18 to 22. And he's another double-digit guy up. Michael Stewart's up 4 spots to 5th, which is awesome.
So
Roy's up 7 into the 9th, and Brendan O'Brien up 8 spots to be in the top 10. So
this is
winners.
Yeah, some big winners. So we've got our battle for the leads. There you go. There's just confirmation of what you were saying, Ed.
Yeah.
So this is Matty Van der Krant. And let me just bring up here. So Matty Van der Krant, it says half a second, but it's nothing. Had a race with Stewie Hall over the back of him. And Stephen Kennedy and Michael Stewart. So Ray's the odd one out here. If you want to look at their hometown, also know their splits. Ray Smith, split 3 driver, well and truly punching above his weight. As is Scott McKenzie. No wonder we have a hard time getting up the front of our split there.
Mate, I've got to race these guys, mate. and they're good enough to mix it with the split one boys.
All right, let's go back in the pack, because I can see if I jump on Mark Houghton in P22.
Yeah.
You can see there's a cracker battle here. Mark Houghton,
who was super fast himself. He's having a sterling here too, just like
not telling me.
Season. What did you want to know?
You wanted to know how many spots he was up.
I could tell you.
Yeah, how many spots?
Yeah, Mark did start in the pit lane for some reason, but I think the last time I saw...
There's this ding-dong battle ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Mark's up 18 spots in 22.
Oh, no.
Oh, who's that? Rob.
No, it wasn't Rob. So Rob managed to avoid that. That was...
sorry. The green.
That was Joseph Granshaw. So let's just go back and have a look at that in replay. So big move up the inside of Rob. Rob lets him through, and then
Great move. That was a great move. What's happening here?
so Pete keeps it to the inside and round the outside.
Oh, just a little tap. I think he got.
Yep.
Which, he's back off and racing.
Yep.
Bit west of where?
So let's go back up front, which is battle for the lead. So Ray Smith all over the back of Matty Vanderkrant. There's absolutely a cigarette packet between those two at the moment. There's 5 cars all over each other. I can enunciate.
Pulled about a second on third spot, boys, which is nothing real. Oh, there you go. How's that for a battle pack? Follow up last week's winner, Craig Healy, who's sitting in 23rd spot, up 5 spots. So.
All right. Let's go have a look down the field because this battle is absolutely still continuing. So this is Andrew Hoffman behind Mark Dial. And behind him, it's Craig Healy, Peter Morris.
Talent spread all the way through the field.
Yep. So this pack has opened up a little bit, so we'll go a bit further up. So this is Brenton O'Brien on the back of Scott McKenzie, who's on the back of Roy Clark.
Brenton's up 8 spots, and so is Roy, so they've had a great run into the top 10, these two. Who's that between them? Oh, Scotty McKenzie, the split 3 driver.
Yeah.
Matty with a half a second buffer at the moment. He can breathe.
Sean Van der Meulen has gone in the pits. So he's the first to blink. As is Matty Parker. So starting to see some of these guys going to pit lane. Simon Farrington's joined them, so
yeah, we've had I don't know, about 8 guys already pit once, but we don't know how many were scheduled pit stops.
So it's interesting because we're on lap 8. Oh, I know why they're diving in, because there's a little thing called the safety cars come out.
Oh, what
Yeah.
we missed?
I don't know.
What have we missed?
That's what I get for muting chat.
Yeah, I've done the same. Oh, I've just seen
180.
someone
The leader for
had some done get towed from someone coming off the sand through the S's.
All right, so let's have a look and see who's not moving.
Race Control 121.
It's got to be someone down the back end, doesn't it?
Not Brent O'Brien, not Roy
Go ahead,
Clark,
121.
That's chicane.
not Craig
Lap 8,
Healy.
not sure what happened. Got taken out by something.
Let me get off this camera.
Knowledge, left.
All right, I've got Daryl Callahan up against the fence.
Yeah, so this will be what's caused it. So let's go back and see if I can find...
Oh, wow, his car doesn't seem to be...
Race Control 919.
What was the blown motor, maybe?
Go ahead, 919.
Yep, this is what's caused it.
Can you just have a look at the fast lane pit exit?
All right, so let's go back up.
Try to get that. Yeah, mate.
Did you have a replay on that one? Or?
No, I can't see it, unfortunately. I could scrub. I could scrub through the replay and try and find it. But
No, but I mean, his car looks intact, so we'd have to assure it was a mechanical failure, or, well, in the real sense, or a blown engine.
yeah, no, it'll. I think.
Oh, he's just disappeared, so it means he's been put in the pits. All right, everyone's pretty much pitted, bar a couple as usual. And Matt Vanderkraan hasn't come in yet. And neither has Rick Vega. And the other one that hasn't come in is Darren Freer.
Go ahead, 056.
Is that the back?
Just so you know, 067, sorry,
So that's going to
67
be
had
interesting.
a hardware failure and had to eject.
Oh, there we go, Ed.
He was hard.
So
you seen some?
it's what I'm hearing is there was a hardware failure and the driver had to
hardware.
eject.
Roger
Okay.
there, car
Ah, very
056.
unfortunate when that happens.
All right, so there we go.
And really, in real racing circumstance, that's a dangerous spot for a car to be parked.
Exactly.
So in the real term, they would have definitely called the safety car.
So in terms of standings, let's just have a look and see. We will have a couple of cars to be waved around. So you're watching
All right.
the guys line up on the left.
So what was your opinion on Matt Vanderkraan staying out?
Oh, I didn't even notice that, to be honest. Let's have a look and see.
Yeah, I've just got the 3 drivers so far, Bruce. Which is interesting.
We'll be
Rick
going
Viger, but I
green
think
at the end of this lap. Green at
Yeah.
the end of this lap.
So going green at the end of this lap. I'm just trying to see. I'll just quickly bring up the last stop lap. So we had Matt Vanderkraan, Rick Viger, and Darren Freer all staying out.
Yeah.
Everyone else going in. It's a big dice roll, so it's definitely a high risk move. There's no question about that. It's
Yeah.
the
The tyre wear, which is, you know...
because it's a
I mean,
yeah, you're
on
right.
Paper, on paper, you'd think this track would wear the tyres because it's a lot of high speed stuff going down.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's one of those things. It's interesting because we're on lap 10, so it's 34 laps
Yes.
on a single set of tyres. Fuel-wise, they'll definitely make it home from here. I don't think there's much, or will they? 34 laps on a tank. I'm not sure what the fuel burn is. I've got it somewhere. Actually, maybe I can work it out. Give me one quick second. Don't want to do that. What I do want to do is just go into here and quickly look at some software here. So I've got the fuel burn at round 3.5. So if I fire up the trusty Casio and I go 34 laps times 3.5.
Safety car to move away from the field. Car 180, you are the leader. Please maintain 80 kilometres an hour.
Gives us 119 litres to go. So I think those people that have stopped most likely will have to stop again.
Oh, okay.
So that changes things. But that's just a quick back of the napkin.
But they always say never stare a gift horse in the mouth, and you should always grab a free.
Free stop. So he's doing it again. Let's hear on board with Matty Vanderkraan. You can definitely hear him saving fuel clutching everywhere.
Safety car is in pit lane.
So Angry Birds 1 and 2 So what if we're going to see some funkiness going on here with Matt just running away, Rick playing rear gunner?
Yeah, interesting. They're running the same strategy.
Yeah. Well, obviously in Discord talking to each other.
We're off and racing again, I'd say, Bruce.
We are.
Well, let's talk about some movers and groovers up and down the field. I mean, Rick's gone up 15 spots to be in second spot. Obviously, taking a bit. Michael Stewart's still doing well. Fourth, 5. Darren Freer. What's this Darren? This is 4. Oh, who's that going for?
Oh, I can hear something going on. You know what I think happens? Did you just jinx him?
Who was it? Oh, I didn't, did I? Hang on, where I click on his name.
I think you might have.
Oh, where's he gone? Here he is.
No, Darren's still going. No problem.
Yeah, and he's in 7th spot. What split is he, Bruce?
Darren Freer. Let's have a look and see if I've got his hometown. Split 4.
I thought so. Anyway, he's dropped down. He's a very brave man.
Yeah, race control 007.
Speak of the devil, here's Sean Van Meulen on the radio.
Go ahead, 007.
Can you please have a look at lap 11, turn 11 for me,
Oh, he's
please?
getting gobbled up. Darren, hold your nerve, brother. Hold your nerve.
Lap 11, turn 11.
They're all flying past him at the moment.
So that was Rob Baxter on the radio.
Oh, that's,
And
nasty.
that's the white. So let's go and have a look and see.
Heavy impact. Okay, Stewie Hall's gone past Rick Viger to take 2nd spot. Expected with a new set of boots, I'd say.
Oh, they're still going at it.
And Darren's tumbling down the list, but he's driving sensibly. He's not getting in anyone's way. I just can't understand why he didn't pit in the first place, but okay.
Also, I think if my fuel burn numbers are right, let me have a look.
Like you
Yeah.
said, Bruce, mate.
So how many laps you said we're doing, Ed, tonight? 44.
4.
Race control car already.
We have done 13, and we got 31 to go.
Okay, so the 104 litres
Go ahead,
need to be
Carl.
added. So I think it comes down to, could you fit that in the tank or not?
Lap 13,
I'd be very
That was-
surprised with that fuel saving if those drivers are not able to make their way. Sorry, Ed.
Another turn number there.
Oh, I was going to say, they didn't have a restriction this week, did they?
They do. Well,
Ooh.
do they? So in the Vets main race, we definitely
Last turn,
do.
please, mate.
We have a 70 litre restriction. So I'm not sure if we have the same
Knowledge.
one.
Lap 13, then 12.
So go. So Reese is asking what the poll time was. Don't know off the top of my head, to be honest. Do you have it with you, Ed?
Pretty sure it was 31-1.
Let me have.
Yeah, yeah, it was a 31. It was a 31-1 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ray did a 31-203.
Yeah, Matt Vanderkran's already done a 31.7 in this race session.
Oh
so.
no. So. And Stewie Hall's done a. Okay, there he's a 32. So Rick's dropped down to 4th now. So those tyres are making a big difference up the front end there.
So
Hey, but Cran still holding on to a 2.5 second lead here, considering he hasn't changed his tyres.
So
It's
yeah, it's amazing so far. Let's see how this strategy plays out for him. So we've got Ray Smith currently in the lead position for split 3.
yeah, 6.
Yep, 2 cars up. We've got Rick Vigar flying the flag for split 2, and down in.
He's still going.
He is.
He's still hanging on. It would have been a terrifying 3 or 4 laps for him, but he settled into 17th spot, still up 14 from where he started.
I'm just trying to see who our lead split 4 driver is.
Well, it'd have to be Darren Wood. I could be wrong.
Just waiting for it to cycle over. Scotty Weston just makes a pass on Derek Lovegrove. So let's go back and have a look. And see that battle. So Scotty Weston's just fallen behind. So we've had a couple of incidents on the last lap. So let's just go and have a look at those. Just watch this.
Oh,
battle.
that's close.
It is. Just watch this battle. Darren Freer jumps in the pit lane. So while we're watching this battle, we'll just jump away for a second. So Jeff Sanford, unfortunately, in lap 14. Has come together with Jason Dunn.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. Yeah.
So let's go back and have a look from above Jason, the drone shot. Oh, Jason just making contact with the rear quarter, unfortunately. That's really bad luck for both those drivers.
Yeah.
Let's
One
go
thing
back.
to be really mindful when you've got a good run through a corner and the car in front hasn't.
Let's go back live. Back on this amazing battle between Dean Flavell, Ray Smith, currently on board.
Darren Free has finally taken his first pit stop and he's back down to in 36th spot now, but building effort to get up into the highlights early on. You won't forget that first 5 or 6 laps. Catch up with our good friends, Zippy Zeal.
Yep.
Have we got an in-car chat with him this week?
No. Could have grabbed him.
You want to drag him up?
Let's just have a look and see where he is.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. He's got a bit of space around him at the moment, but what's he done? He's in 16th spot, up 4. Going really well. Running 3rd in the championship, so just on that note, we should check up with the guy in 2nd, who is a good friend in... where is he? Roy, is he? Oh, Craig. Craig's gone.
I was going to say we can go on board with Zippy, but if he's all alone, but he's not. He looks like he's quite busy at the moment, so we'll leave him to it. It's Matty Vanderkran, our leader, just makes the jump, finally pits in. So that allows a great camera shot. That allows Stewie Hall to take the lead. Rick Vigar is also in. Meanwhile, all those pit stops are happening. Rick Vigar has unfortunately... Sorry, Richard Barella has had a bit of an accident. Let's have a look and see what's happened to Rick. Just down to the hairpin. Oh, I just get on the loud pedal a bit too quickly. Spinning it around. And while that's happening, Joseph Granshaw was also black flagged, so...
Oh. Meaning drive-through or line?
Yeah, so Joseph has had a bit of a spin. That contact was enough to put him over the X limit.
Oh.
And he's had to serve a drive-through penalty. So Richard's definitely back up and running. So let's see up front. So now everyone's stopped. Let's have a look and see where Matty Vanderkrant has come out on track. I think that's really going to hurt him. So Matt's come out in 33, position 33, behind the recovering Jeff Sanford. And Rick Weigart further back behind him. So that's really, really hurt him. I can see I think what it looks to me, it looks like to be the battle pack to end all battle packs. Sorry, just watching this move up ahead. Got Simon Farrington.
Oh, someone's gone a bit wide down there.
And they're going three wide.
Oh, it looks tight through there.
So that's Mark Dyer. We're following Rob Baxter with Richard Barella recovering. Mark Houghton.
Oh, someone's in.
Yep. So this is Chris Blanchard all over the back of Peter Kelleher. Having a look up the inside with Peter Morris ahead of him, going on board with Chris.
Oh,
I can hear.
Two abreast.
Yep,
Change the camera angle.
I can hear.
I
changed the camera angle. It's still what it's doing. The software does what the software does.
That was good driving by Pete.
Yep.
You give a quicker driver was coming. He's just giving him enough room.
Chris is looking now, sizing up Peter Morris ahead. So yeah, whenever I change cars, it likes to get a jump on the in-car shot.
Oh, okay. It's tight, isn't it?
iRacing does what iRacing does.
I was just following up on Joseph Cranshaw. You said black flag, but I noticed he's only got 4 X's up against his name. So
who knows what it's for? And here we go. It's a WKMP follow the leader game. Richard Barella and Chris Blanchard following each other, working their way back through the pack. Past a recovering Rob Baxter, the damaged car. Peter Keller right behind him.
oh no. It just turned sharply off that corner there for a second.
Oh, here we go. He's having a look. Oh, he's locked inside.
Oh, no. Oh, who was that? Just missed it all. I tell you what, punters, if you want some action, we got plenty of action here tonight.
So you know who that was? That was Zippy Seal as Jeff Sanford makes a stop, and Chris is just waiting to recover. That's really bad luck.
Yeah, that was some good racing.
It was, unfortunately. So let's jump on. Let's go as Chris comes back on to recover. Let's go back on board. This is with Roy Clark, who's the meat in between a Brenton O'Brien and Scott McKenzie sandwich right now.
Now, Roy finds himself always in the thick of it every week.
So, he absolutely does. So this is Roy in P9 with P7 and 8 ahead of him, P10 behind him. So this is the battle for the back half of the top 10.
Which is a great run. He's definitely batting out of his league here.
Wonder let's have a look and see who's got the fastest lap at the moment. It's currently held by Michael Stewart with that 31.6. His last was a 32.6, so he's lost the seconds come off that pace.
Once the fuel runs down a bit, these cars run pretty good. So I noticed Stewie Hall's in the lead now.
Yeah, he is. I'll just go back and have a look. So this is Matty Parker Adrian Zeal and Andrew Hoffman.
Get any closer?
So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if we can make this work. I'm going to jump into go in car and see if I can grab. I'm just going to move this guy. He loves it when I do this to him.
Now, you know, last time he was talking over the whole channel,
Now,
Bruce.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put him onto here, and I'm going to move him in and see if I can find the right room.
He won't broadcast to everyone on the track like he did last time?
He wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm just going to wait till he's on a straight bit.
Yeah. Should frighten the shit out of you.
And then I'm going to bring Zippy into the commentary booth.
Let's have a look at our movers and shakes. Things have settled down a bit up the top here. Ray's settled into 4th spot. He's 6 seconds behind Dean Pavel in 3rd. So Steve Kennedy, Sean Venemer up 4. Brent O'Brien still up 10 in 8th. Roy's still hanging into that top 10, which is awesome. And same with Scott McKenzie, the 2 split 3 guys.
Here we go. I'm going to bring him in now. I'm going to bring him in now, Ed.
Okay.
Now he's on a straight part of the road. I'm going to bring in Zippy Zeal. Can you talk to a Zippy and don't press to talk the whole field? You there, Zippy?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'll just let you get through. Quickly, how's it going?
Struggling.
Struggling? I won't hold you up. I just want to get you on the straight bit. Doing an amazing job so far. Glad it's not wet.
Yeah, very. This would be horrible.
How you doing? You're doing pretty good there, Zip. You're up 5 spots in 15th. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm hanging on, but it's not through speed. It's for other guys crashing.
Okay, cool. You're coming up to a bendy part. I'll let you go, Zippy. Thanks for jumping in with us.
Best of luck, mate.
Take care. Gotcha.
I just moved him out of the room. No, I just moved him. I'm just going to get him so I can drag him. I just got to do it in a way that doesn't disturb him too much as I move him back, because I didn't want to talk to you whilst I find his room, because we have 1,000 rooms here at the Vets Discord. And I'm just going to put him into... You'd think it'd be alphabetical, but it's not, because it's Team AJR. And I've got him down into Team AJR. I just need to make sure he's in the right one. Oh my god, it's right down the bottom. Oh, where is AJ? He wasn't in Team AJR. Oh, wait, maybe he was. Oh my god. It's crazy, Ed.
You lost.
No, he's back. No, he's back. He's back.
Oh, good.
No, because some of these radios are down the bottom of thing. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to favourite this channel. That'll move us up to the top, and now I can drag him fun into.
Jimmy Hall has pulled a 5-second lead out in the lead here over Michael Stewart.
Let's have a look. Let's go back up the front now that I've finished playing silly buggers with our drivers.
So they're getting a bit spread out along the top 5 here. You know, like there's 5, 6, 7 seconds, 11 seconds, 13 seconds. You could say, yeah, there's a fair gap between the drivers now. Look at Stewart all out by him lonesome.
So, bit of a flashy flash on the back markers there. As to see Michael Stewart making his way through. So let's have a look at the interval and see how close we are.
Yeah.
So Stewie Hall's out to a 5-second lead over Michael
Yeah, I
Stewart
know.
and Dean Favell. What I'm
Both been out.
curious about is, can we see... so Matty Parker's still the top of the pops, up 24. Simon Farrington up 12.
Yeah.
Andrew Johnson and John Van Der Ree both up 8. The name that I'm not seeing anywhere is Mr. Matt Vanderkrant. He's up to P26, so he's already passed 7 cars on track, slowly clawing his way back up.
And his last lap, 34 and a half. So he's got to thread his way through. Look at Matty Parker, up 25. So he's going well.
Yeah.
Will Munro, up 10.
So what's interesting here is Bruce Callaway. I know he was black flagged. All right, so we're seeing some pit stops now.
Well, Bruce has had 19 X's, by the way.
Yeah, but now we've also seen Zippy Zeal and Andrew Hoffman going in. So what I'm just wondering is this the start of... Did Matt Vanderkrant have it right all along? And are we actually going to see 2 stops here with that safety car being just not in the window?
I don't know. You know, is that why we're seeing a gap up the top here? The guys trying to fuel save these top,
Who knows?
10 guys.
Let's have a look. As Adrian Zeal comes out, we've also had a crash as well. So back on lap 22, Darren Freer.
2 laps ago. Oh, split 4 hero from earlier on. Just a self spin.
I'm just touching the wall, unfortunately.
It's caught a couple drivers out tonight, hasn't it?
No, it definitely has. Oh, it's so hard to see what's going on there.
He went forward a little bit. Someone come across his bow. He went back a little bit. Someone at the back.
Let's just go live. So, and let's go on board with Rick Vigar as he works his way through. So, it's Rick Vigar making the move to pass John Van Ree as he works his way back.
So Rick's gone late then, hasn't he?
Yep. Sorry, it's John Van Ree just ahead. So this is this here is the pass on John Van Ree. So Chris Blanchard's working his way forward. Reg James jumps in the pit lane. So I think we're going to have to see these boys doing a splash. So, or maybe more than a splash. So, no, Bruce Galloway. So we're doing a second round.
So when you say it was Zippy's come in, his time stop was 25.6. That's a lot of fuel.
Yep. Oh, I can hear something going on.
Mark Horton, 26. Reg took 26. Now, I'm assuming in JRT this stop sign is their last pit stop, not their first one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Or not a combination of both of them.
So this is Mark Dial, sitting behind Simon Farrington, whose livery just refuses to load for some reason.
Okay, Mark's up to 16, doing really well. I think he got turned around there at some stage.
And Richard Barella all over the back of Mark. So Mark working his way back up. Got another battle here. This is Andrew Johnstone with the recovering Matt Vanderkrant working his way back up, and Rob Baxter just behind.
Well, this is interesting. These guys coming in for their second stops.
Yep, so Matty Vanderkrant.
Maybe a few of them are in that first yellow just took maybe half a tag.
Or maybe they feel, but my gut feel, Ed, is that there is, with the fuel restriction, they actually weren't able to get enough fuel in to make it home in that one stop.
Yeah.
So what that means is they will have to do a second stop, and it will be quicker than what Matty Vanderkrant had. But the point is, he actually only has to do one. So
yeah,
we will see.
Can these top Split 1 drivers fuel save?
I'm sure they can, but the question is, how much can they fuel save? So I was going to jump back up the front. So this is Steve Kennedy, right behind Ray Smith.
They last pitted on, lap 18. Was that stop? Yeah, 18 laps ago. Is it?
So they all last pitted on lap 9. So
Yeah, so
18 laps ago, you are correct.
yeah. So that's the top 5 guys are on very similar. What about their stop side? Very, but apart from Steve Kennedy, put a lot more fuel in. His stop was 31 compared to say Stewie Hall's 24. Michael Stewart's 22.
Simon Farrington comes rolling into pit lane. I thought there was something going on.
Maybe that's his. He's just grabbing some fuel.
Yep. And Mark Dole comes in as well. So Will Munro. So I'm trying to find these battle packs. And what we're seeing is people definitely having to stop for a second time. So the second stop's around 15 seconds plus the transit time. So the question is, how much faster is the 2 stop with an under safety car compared to the 1 stop that we're seeing from Matty van der Kraan and Rick Weigart?
Yeah, so I mean, Rick's in 24th spot at the moment, and where's Matty now? Matty's in 19th. So
just as I jumped on him, Michael Stewart's in the lane. Sorry, Ed.
Yeah, well, Matty's a minute and 4 from the leader, so it's a long time.
Meanwhile, out front, this is Stewie Hall. So he's got a 6-second lead over Dean Flavell in P2.
Yeah, Ray's moved up to 3rd. Where's Mike Stewart? There he is. Is he out yet? Yeah, he's back out on the track. So he's come back out in 14th. So well and truly jumped Matt van der Kraan then.
Yeah.
I think Matt got put back into traffic, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of it's going to be pit stop time. So definitely
pit stop comparison.
Yeah, the stop under yellow versus the 2 stops. The 1 yellow, 1 green stop as opposed to the 1 stop under green.
Yeah, well, Mike was transition time was 40 and 23.6 stop, and Matt van der Kraan's was 51.5 and a 34.9 stop. So huge difference there.
So this is Rick Weigart, who also stopped on that, did the same strategy as Matt van der Kraan to stay out. So he's currently in P24.
So that exit time, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely what's going on. So I'm just trying to see where our battle packs are developing. So Roy Clark's in the lane, as is Scotty Weston.
Oh boy, this is going to turn things up a bit.
Yep.
Dean Van Vanel is now our leader.
Yes, Dean Flavell has taken over the lead, as you just said, Ed.
Yeah, we got Ray.
Is that a Mark Webber helmet? I'm pretty sure that is a Mark Webber era Renault helmet.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely a Red Bull Renault helmet, so I'm guessing that's a Mark Webber lid.
The Ray's about a second 8 behind him. 1.8 behind. Hitney minus.
So,
yeah. Do these boys got to come in?
So Chris Blanchard on the back. Let's have a look and see.
Matty Parker's up 30 positions at the moment, Bruce.
So there's our 1 stoppers versus our 2. And there's our last pit stop count. So,
yeah.
I'd say we're going to have to definitely, as I was going to say, we'll see Wayne Reynolds in the lane again as he just literally comes in.
And Ray's in, is he?
Yeah.
Yep, Ray's in. Okay, so I hear me thinking maybe those front runner blokes might have been able to conserve fuel. Obviously not.
So no, so Matty Parker, he last stopped on lap 7, so
Yeah, he must have filled it up.
he'll probably be the next to blink, I'm guessing. Meanwhile, I'm definitely seeing some battles develop, so that's because this is the battles in pit lane.
Wow, that safety car really mixed it up, didn't it?
No, absolutely it did. So
It's had us guessing the whole race.
yeah, no, it definitely did. So let's just have a look and see what we can see up and down the field. So I'll start at the bottom and work our way up. So down the back, we've got this battle between Peter Kelleher, John Van Ree, and Zippy Zeal. This is for P's 28, 29, 30, with Mark Houghton, Reg James, and Simon Farrington all battling down here. Come a bit further up, so we go on board with Adrian. If I come a bit further up, you got this next battle pack where you've got around P20, you've got Andrew Listener, Rick Vigar, Rob Baxter, and Andrew Hoffman all over the back of him. Let's have a watch of this battle. So we've got Dean Flavell and Sean van der Meulen in the pits. So we have a new leader. So Stephen Kennedy takes over the lead. Dean Flavell pits. So that's, by my money, that makes Stewie Hall our effective race leader from Michael Stewart.
And Dean Flavell.
So Sean van der Meulen, 959 Sim Sports, all over the back, having a ding-dong battle at the back of Ray Smith. Sean on his outlap, and Ray stopping on the last lap. Matty Vanderkran all over the back of Matt Parker. So Matty in P15. So that running long definitely didn't work out for him, unfortunately, for him.
But it did for Matty Parker, who's still up 25 spots in 13th after his second pit. So, what a great race.
Yeah, so Matty's just literally just come out of the pit. He's on his outlap.
But still up 25 spots.
Another Angry Birds car, Rick Vigar, all over the back of Andrew Listener. This is the battle for 7 and 18. And I think we need a safety car out the front, Ed, because we have, I'll show you. We have Steve Kennedy currently leading.
Well, about 7 seconds. But he's still got
so he still has to pit. So
yeah.
Then Brenton O'Brien, P2.
He still has to pit, I'd say.
Yep. This is Stewie Hall, our effective leader. Unless those guys can do a fuel-saving masterpiece.
Yeah.
And then Michael Stewart.
Yeah.
On the road in P4, but I would say effective P2. Dean Flavell. Then Ray Smith and Sean Vanderlip. Christian Smart goes fastest with a 1:31.4.
He's not mucking about.
No, so Christian is down all over the back of Rick Vigar.
Yeah, down 19th spot.
Yep.
So, some call-outs is Roy Clark and Scott Tenzin still in the top 10 with some good strategy, and they've gone to 8th and 9th now. So Wade Reynolds, another split 3 driver. I think we got 3 split. They're all split 3 drivers.
Yep.
All fill in the back end of top 10. So awesome job, guys.
Some more guys coming to pit lane.
Okay, so who we got in the pits?
That's Rob Baxter in the lane now. This is John Van Ree battling with Mark Houghton and Simon Farrington. So John just ahead. 6/10 ahead of Houghton, who's 3/10 ahead of Farrington.
Oh, Mark hasn't had a night tonight, has he? He's saying that he's up 13 spots.
Yeah. This battle continues. Oh, Rick getting a bit sideways there. So you got Matty van der Kraan, Chris Blanchard, Kristen Smart, Andrew Listener, Rick Feigart.
There's some quick drivers sitting in the mid-teens trying to edge their way back up through this field, but as we know in these Gen 3 cars, they're not the easiest to overtake.
No, they're definitely not.
Especially when the driver in front knows where to park it, coming into corners.
This battle still continues. Kristen Smart all over the back of Chris Blanchard.
There's no ideas there. Yeah, Chris showing that defensive line going down there.
That's the shot I wanted.
Okay.
Oh, as he peels off in a pit, he peels off in a pit lane, spoiling the battle.
It'll be Chris's third pit stop, is it? Yeah. Wonder what the go there was.
Not sure.
Yeah. So still Steve Kennedy and Brenton O'Brien still hanging tight out in front there. What have we got? If they can still make it 10 laps. They've both been out there 26 laps since their last pit stop. Look out to Stewie Hall. Oh, hang on. I've lost the leader. Is he in the pits now?
Possibly.
Yes, he is. Steve Kennedy's finally taking his pit stop. Let's have a look where he comes out, eh?
So this is Kristen Smart all over the back of Matt van der Kraan.
That was a very quick pit stop there, Bruce. 31.6 in the lane, and the stop was 13.4.
Look how tight Matty's taken this defensive line.
So that's brought Steve back out to third spot, would you believe it?
And this is why Peter Morrison is moth sailor. Kristen Smart sends it up the inside. Oh, and he gives Morris a tap. He eases off to try and redress, but that's... Kristen's doing. Look, he's definitely doing the right thing. Peter Morris is coming back to.
Okay, Brenton O'Brien's into the pits.
All right, so there we go.
Race leader. Okay, let's see if he was as quick as Stewie Hall in and out. That was incredible.
Kristen's still trying to do that redress. There he goes. Oh, he almost takes him out as he does it. There we go, Kristen doing that redress, which is the right thing to do. Meanwhile, Team Chevelle.
Okay, Brenton's come out. He's hung onto a top 10. He's in 7th spot. One day you're going to have to explain to me how someone can get Steve Kennedy can go in and do a 13.4.
Second stop.
Yeah.
It's only 7 litres of fuel, is what it is. So,
But how come his lane time is so short, Bruce? Is that something maybe to do with where he's situated in the pits?
let's have a look. So, yeah, it's really interesting, actually. So, Stephen Kennedy's lane time's 31.7 compared to the likes of Stuart Hall, who had a lane time of 40.7. So, that's 9 seconds quicker.
Yeah.
So that's either the data could be wrong or...
I don't think it is, because he's gone in and out, and now he's back into second spot.
Okay, so I think... No, I can go work it out. So I think the way that the software we're using calculates the lane time, it's the time in pit lane and the time in the box. So if I look at Steve Kennedy, who's currently in P2, we'll just go on board with Stephen. His stop was 12 seconds, and his overall time was 31 seconds. Where Stewie Hall, his time in the box was 23 seconds, giving him a 40.7 lane time. So I think it's
a combination.
It's a combination, not the exclusive the other way around.
Because he's waited so late to refuel, that nearly equates to a 9.
And there's a car off track, but let's. I think here's the crux of the race right here, Ed. So Steve Kennedy currently in P2. So his stint. So his total time lost through the pit cycle was 32 seconds. Comparing that to Matt Vanderkraan, his total time lost was 52 seconds.
With the amount of fuel.
With the amount of fuel. Yep, and Rick Vigar. So that's the difference between the green stop versus the green flag stop for that one stop. So it was that one big green flag stop as opposed to the 2 stops, one under yellow, one under green. So that's a very much a graphic example of because the likes of Stewie Hall, Steve Kennedy and Michael Stewart, they ended up in the queue right behind Matt Vanderkraan and Rick Vigar, who decided to not stop. So the real crux of that matter is by choosing not to go in, that green flag stop effectively cost Matt Vanderkraan 20 seconds on the road. And if you look at the gap down from the leader, so if I change this from interval to gap from the leader and you come down 20 seconds, it's P8. It's P8.
Yeah.
It's 8 positions. So, so Matty Vanderkraan currently 40 seconds down because having to working back through traffic. So, it's really interesting to see the difference, actually.
Yeah, and these, like I said, these Gen 3 cars, no matter who's piloting them, are very difficult to get around.
So we're on lap... Yeah, they are, Ed. They're very difficult to get around.
Go on, mate. Lap.
So, okay, we're on lap 38, so we've got 6 seconds to go. And let's have a look and see what's going on. So, let's just compare the last 3 laps. So, Stewie Hall pulled out 25 seconds on lap 35, but has been a bit slower on laps 36 and lap 37. So, some more stops going on. John Van Ree, Christopher Blanchard and Craig Healy are in the lane. Chris Blanchard looks to me like he's doing some repairs. He's been in the lane for over a minute. Craig Healy looks like he's doing something similar.
Craig's been out. I think he pulled the pin a long time ago, which is unfortunate after last week's race.
So let's just do... and get rid of these. Alright, so let's just have a quick recap. So we've got Stewie Hall leading with that. Oh, we'll just go to the static camera. So there's Stewie Hall there with that 1 second gap lead back to Stephen Kennedy on P2.
Who's on the charge?
Yep. Michael Stewart in P3 with Dean Flavelle right behind him. So here's our gap between P3 and P4.
About a second. Then we go to Ray. He's about 5 seconds off the back of P4, but still an awesome run for a split 3 driver to be in the top 5 amongst all these guys.
Yep. So Sean Van der Meulen all over the back of Ray Smith.
Yeah, giving him a little hurry up. Then we got Brenton, who once again is our leading multiple position gainer in 7th. So fairly spaced out about around here now. Like you look at Wade Reynolds and Brenton O'Brien. But I'm still very impressed with Wade, Royd, and Scott, all in that back end of top 10. Fantastic effort, guys.
So let's have a look. I can find it here somewhere. So there we go. So Stewie Hall, Steve Kennedy, Michael Tuku, all up 2, as well along with Dean Flavelle. Ray Smith unfortunately dropped down 3. Brenton O'Brien up 11. So Brenton is having an absolute cracker. Speaking of having a cracker, Christian Smart is having battles up and down the field. Here he is in behind Andrew Hoffman. He's in behind Andrew Listener.
Matty Parker's having a night out.
Where is Mr. Parker?
In 13th spot, Chris.
So Matt's just a second behind.
Yeah.
Derek Lovegrove, both Derek up 2. So Derek's still having a good run as well, just outside the top 10. Our field now fairly spread out.
It's funny how Rick Viger's actually 2 positions up on where he started, considering.
And I say fairly spread out, except for the place where it's tightening up, is out the front.
Ooh, gee. Oh, gee, 0.4.
So Stephen Kennedy's been closing Stuart Hall up lap after lap.
Well, last lap was about 5/10. How many laps we got?
We've
All
got
right, 3 laps.
3 to go, so we'll definitely stay on this.
Yeah, can Stewie hold his nerve? Oh, we got a back marker doing the right thing. I don't know if the tyres, Stewie's tyres are 13 laps old now compared to Steve Kennedy's 7. I don't know if that's going to play a part, Bruce.
Yeah, we'll see. It's down to 3/10. There's absolutely nothing in it. I think this the traffic's going to pay.
Oh, the back marker went to New Extremes to get out the way for him.
Good to see the guys doing it. Is that breakdown?
Quietly, Michael Stewart's not that far behind them, so if there's a bit of a hiccup, he's in with a chance still. There he is. Oh, sorry, Bruce, I'm watching a blimp view. But,
Yeah.
yes, see him there?
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Oh, no,
hang on. Hang
no,
on. Oh, no. What's
no,
happened?
no.
What's happened?
No, he's just slid off. Oh, no, there comes my... Oh, no, has he done enough? Michael can smell.
Let's go back and have a look. Another 5. Oh, no, not far enough.
Oh, he's got his...
Here he is. So he comes back in. Oh, he's just... gone in a bit too hot. Tyres on. Yeah, just run wide.
Good driving to keep that. Good driving to keep that back on the black stuff.
It's not the way you want to lose the lead.
No.
It's not all over though.
No, we still got, including this one too.
So Michael Stewart now lining up Stewie Hall. He wants a piece of the action as well. He can see the walking wounded in front of him.
I think Stuart would be fairly livid at this stage. Not taking any credit away from Steve Kennedy, he's had a ball terror of a race.
It's 1 lap to go.
Yeah. Back markers are doing the right thing by the guys there. Awesome job, guys. Not much in it, is there?
There's still nothing much in it. He's trying to work his way back. He's throwing everything at it. So maybe he had a bit more than we thought.
Okay, what about last time? Steve's was a 32.47. Yeah, there you go. Stewie Hall's was a 32.196.
So Stewie pulled 3/10 out.
Yeah.
It's the last lap. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He's definitely going to throw everything at it. Once again, the over 50s is not failing to disappoint. So Stephen Kennedy now at a 1.2 seconds lead.
Yeah, they've relaxed. They'll be breathing now.
Yeah. So Stephen's done. Definitely not over till he crosses the line, but he's done everything right to this point. Michael Stewart's got a sniff of that second step on the podium.
Yeah, someone hasn't told Michael that he... Oh, what's going on here?
Maybe there's some fuel saving going on. Possibly.
Oh. Oof. This is... Oh. Not over yet.
Definitely not over yet. So Stephen Kennedy out front's just a bit walking away.
Yeah, that was just weird how that... Oh. There we go.
And Stephen Kennedy crosses the line to take the win from Stewie Hall. Michael Stewart coming along ahead from Dean Favell, Ray Smith. I've lost track as they're all coming across the line. Fuel saving.
You got the Ray fuel. I got Sean Vanderveer, Bretton O'Brien in 7th. Hats off to Wayne Reynolds, Roy Clark and Scotty McKenzie, who finished in 8th, 9th and 10th. Oh, Scotty Wesson up 11 spots to 11th.
Oh, here we go. And here's Matt Vanderkraan now, so that strategy really not working out for him.
Yeah, 14th.
14th. Ahead of Rick Vigart. So here they are, coming across now. Vanderkraan and Rick.
Christian Smart.
Christian Smart. Andrew Listener. Mark Hoffman. Sorry, Mark Hoffman. Yeah. Andrew Hoffman. Mark Hoffman. Reg James. Next we'll see Peter Kelleher ahead of Zippy Zeal.
Good race by Pete.
Mark Houghton.
Still finished up 17th.
Mark Dyer looks like he's just run out of fuel coming to the line. Oh no, Mark.
That's his bloody spotter.
Shout out to
I didn't name the spotter.
The spotter.
There you go. He got over.
He got across the line. And just pulls it up. At least he made it.
Oh, that'd be funny. I bet you'd be saying, I gave you enough.
And he wasn't last across the line.
No.
The drivers a few laps down as they all come in to pit lane. So there we go. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to quickly go to here, and I'm going to go back to here, and again, and where are we? I'm going to try and find this guy, Stephen Kennedy.
What an awesome race Steve had.
That was, as we wind up.
Lucky to Stu, he just made one little mistake. That's
all right. So let's have a look at our standings into that. Stephen Kennedy bringing it home for M1 Racing ahead of Stewie Hall. Michael Stewart, great drive in P3. Dean Flavell ahead of Ray Smith, first of the split three drivers in P5. Sean Van Mueller ahead of Brenton O'Brien. Wayne Reynolds, Roy Clark, good drive from Roy. Scott McKenzie in P10. P11 we had Scotty Weston ahead of Derek Lovegrove, Matty Parker, Matt Vanderkran, Rick Vigar, Christian Smart, Andrew Listener, Andrew Hoffman, Rich Barella, and Reg James. Peter Kelleher finishing ahead of Adrian Zeal, good drive from Pete. Mark Houghton ahead of Simon Farrington. Mark Dial dropping a couple of spots there on the line, finishing P25. Andrew Johnston, Jeff Sanford ahead of Jason Dunn, Pete Morris, Joseph Granshaw. P31, we had Will Munro, then followed by John Van Ree, Rob Baxter, Bruce Galloway, Darren Freer, and Darryl Callahan. Chris Blanchard ending up in the pits, unfortunately, alongside Craig, before we get into our supporters. So we'd like to give our thanks to Race Control and the safety car drivers for this evening.
thanks, guys.
Anything you want to close off with, Ed, before we run away?
Special shout out to AJ. He's been struggling with his PC, as you know, but finishing up 7 spots where he started today. That was great to see.
Cool. So we have
sorry, Bruce. Just once again, action pack from start to finish. These races are just fantastic to watch. There's just action from lap 1 to the finish.
There definitely is. Speaking of the action of lap 1, because I have the power, let's just go back and watch in slow-mo. I think this one, if it'll do it. Let's just go back and watch that incident that we saw at the start of the race. So this is back at lap 2, and we'll go up to the chopper and watch this unfold as we come through. So as we sort of let this go, Ed, I just wanted to just make a point that we will not be here next week, as we have a week off for Easter. So we'll be back in a fortnight's time for round 4. So this is marks the halfway point through the championship. So there we go.
What a fun. And let's not forget the rolling start. That blindsided everyone.
Oh, we like to mix it up here in the Vets over 50s and keep them on their toes. Maybe we'll have a night race for the one after that in cars that don't have headlights. That could be.
I mean, I think our first race we had 2 safety cars at one stage.
Yeah.
Second race they've thrown a wet race at us, and now in the third race they've thrown a rolling start. So who knows what's going to bring on race 4?
Yeah, and not only that, who's going to bring on Thursday? So come Thursday, we're expecting starting off with a wet track, moving into drying conditions. It's just it's going to be interesting as we sort of see how things are.
Yes, people. I would say catch the replays from your favourite drivers from as of next Thursday, because it's going to be one hell of a ride in all splits. So
speaking of catching the replay, it's no wonder that this went off. They're side by side coming down into this hairpin.
I was watching the tail end on the first 2 laps, and they were 3 abreast going through the 2 hairpins down the base here and around the last one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. You've got to give each other some room. Well, little shortcut.
So, with that, I think we're going to call it a night. So, on behalf of the commentary team, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See you guys. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate all the time you put into this. So,
yeah, we'll do. See ya.
Bye, guys.